Hey Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope this reading finds all of you well and safe. This is a general love reading, so everything may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, leave it for the collective because it will resonate with somebody. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Throw me some likes, leave me some comments. This helps my channel grow. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start giving away free love readings. And as we get closer to that time, I'll figure out how that's going to look. So let's get started, Saggy. Today we have somebody either in your past or your present. It could be your future because love readings and these readings are timeless. With the High Priestess in reverse, you were dealing with somebody who is very deceptive towards you. Unfortunately, in this spread, this person was very deceptive towards you. They betrayed you. They lied to you. They put you into an energy of confusion, right? With the Nine of Swords here, and Swords is air energy. Their actions, their deceptive actions, left you in a state of anxiety, right? Of deep unhappiness, depression. You felt like you couldn't cope anymore with this type of energy, right? The pain, the mental pain, it was insurmountable. You lost sleep over it. You were overthinking. You lost your appetite. You were just very, very sad, right? Because you liked this person a whole lot. I mean, you could have even fallen in love with this person, right? The love oracle energy for the High Priestess in reverse was the stabbed in the back, right? Energy. Another card indicating heartbreak and pain. You were in separation with this person. They may have been in and out of your life. And there's more than several cards in this spread that indicate deception. So this person did deceive you. They did break your heart with the Three of Swords here. And it was shocking. Like, I think you were blindsided. And it's like every time you try to make this relationship work, it just it didn't pan out. Like the timing, the divine timing of the situations wasn't aligning. So it just seemed like no matter how hard you tried, it wasn't going to work, and it wasn't working. With the Nine of Swords here, as I said, you had sleepless nights, many tears. What do they call that? You went through the 15 rivers of tears. You were depressed. You were sad. You wanted this relationship to work with all of your heart and all of your soul. You were trying so hard, but unfortunately, this was a karmic relationship. It caused triggers, it caused turmoil. And a karmic relationship is like a relationship that you just really don't know what the pull is, but you feel like a pull towards this person. It's usually a very passionate relationship, but again, no matter how hard you try to make this type of relationship work, it just doesn't seem to be able to get off the ground, right? Because one of the people in the relationship is not reciprocating love, it's not reciprocating trust, right? With the Three of Swords here, you know, another card indicating that you were heartbroken, you were lonely, you may have been in separation with this person, you're confused, you know, you felt alienated. The threes in tarot also indicate third parties. So, you know, it didn't have to be a person like another lover, another person that they were dealing with in, you know, on a sexual basis, but it, you know, it could have been family, friends, you know, anything that they put before you. But in this spread, I feel like it may have been a third party, because the Love Oracle card that was pulled for the Three of Swords is a card of seduction, which indicates hooking up, you know, temptation, and third party interference. And as I said, third party interference, you know, could be a person, place, or thing, but with seduction, it more than likely was other people that they were seeing or they were putting before you. You were trying hard in this relationship. You didn't want it to end, you know. And with the Tower in reverse, you were fighting so hard to avoid the ending of this relationship, right? And with the Tower in reverse, the main meaning of this card that always sticks out to me is postponing the inevitable. Like, no matter how hard you tried, Sag, this relationship was not going to work. It just wasn't in the cards, so to speak, right? And this left you with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You know, you were imbalanced. And I don't know, a lot of the readings I've done lately, I mean, it's actually shown, you know, your card, Temperance in reverse, right? Just like the Two of Pentacles in reverse, like it knocked you off your kilter. You were ungrounded, you were unbalanced, right? You were making poor decisions in your love life, in your life, even as far as your financial decisions. With the Tower in reverse, the Love Oracle card that was pulled was a coffin, which clearly defines the Tower. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. So when you don't want to let go of something that's not good for you, Spirit will step in and cause a tower to happen in your life and in your relationship, right? But the good thing about that is that Spirit is doing that for your own good, right? It just seems like the theme of the readings lately is rejection is God's form of protection, right? So even though you were trying very hard to keep this relationship afloat, you know, and even to your own detriment, even to your own mental health, right? The detriment of your mental health. The card that was pulled, the Love Oracle card that was pulled, is not today. You know, you weren't dealing with, you didn't want to deal with the hurt. You were avoiding those conversations that needed to be had with this person. You know, you're trying to ignore the obvious. You weren't paying attention to the signs, and if you did see the signs, you were avoiding them at all costs. You know, you weren't putting boundaries in place with this person. You were hoping that they were going to come around on their own, but they didn't, and that's what caused the Tower to enter into the situation. Even though with the Tower in reverse, even though you were avoiding with all of your might the ending of this relationship, again, the key word here was, and the key words was postponing the inevitable. So no matter how you tried, no matter what you did, The relationship was not meant to be. You know, the divine timing was not there with the High Priestess in reverse. So with the Ten of Swords here, the relationship finally came to an end, right? You finally, I think, realized that, and this could have gone on for a long time, you know, with the Ten of Swords, you know, the betrayal was insurmountable, the deception, you know, the collapse of the relationship was inevitable, as I've been saying. And with the Golden Mirror, you know, you were dealing with somebody who was so self-absorbed, narcissistic tendencies, and as I said, you know, one-sided relationship. You know, they would love bomb you when they wanted you, when they wanted to spend time with you, but as soon as they were done in that moment, you know, they were gone again. And sometimes, you know, it doesn't mean that they were just like in and out instantly. Maybe they spent a few days with you. Maybe they spent a few weeks with you. But they weren't there for the long haul, right? So your relationship finally came to an ending. Finally came to an end. Even though you were trying with all of your might to make it work. But as the Golden Mirror suggests, it was a one-sided relationship, and no matter how you tried, it wasn't going to work. So finally, with the Four of Cups, water energy, you know, this is a card indicating taking the opportunity to let go of situations that don't serve you, let go of regrets, you know, move away from stagnation. You know, with the boat here, you finally saw that you needed to go towards what you needed in a relationship, what you wanted in a relationship, and move on, you know, taking the opportunity to let go, to move on. I mean, at first there were closure issues, right? Because you didn't want it to end, but eventually you came to the realization that it had to end. You know, it wasn't going to go anywhere. You were going to stay in the Nine of Swords energy if you allowed this person to keep coming into your life and deceiving you and breaking your heart, you know, and then bounce, right? So with the Six of Swords here, you decided to put yourself first, right? Move on. This is another card of moving on. You know, the calm after the storm, overcoming difficulties. You know, you wanted to escape from the chaos that this person always brought into your life. And this card also indicates travel. The dragonfly is things coming to light, right? And then another card of healing. So you decided to start focusing on yourself and your healing and change your circumstances by your own actions, because this person wasn't going to help you change the relationship. They weren't going to help you grow the relationship, right? So with the Six of Wands here, you know, you wanted to move towards a successful relationship. You wanted to move towards people who supported you, people who loved you, people who reciprocated the feelings that you had for them. The card that was drawn with the Six of Wands is abundance, right? You got yourself back into a positive mindset and you started manifesting what it is that you wanted. You started manifesting a successful relationship, right? And you started exercising gratitude, right, for what you had, because we're not promised our next breath in this life, you know, so don't waste your time on people who don't waste their time on you. With the Star here, another card of hope, another card of healing, another card of faith, right? Another card of perseverance and renewal. And the card that was pulled with the star was this beautiful card, the healing heart. You know, you were healing from the heartbreak, right? Freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. You know, the addiction could have been on your part, it could have been on your person's part. But I really feel like it was, if there was addictions involved, it was the addictions of the other person that was also feeding into the negative patterns of the relationship, right? All you want, Sag, is happiness. All you want is love. All you want is to be in a relationship that the love, the care, the respect, you know, everything that you want in a relationship is reciprocated. And that's why the Ten of Cups is here, because you realize you weren't going to get to the Ten of Cups with this person that was very deceptive towards you, right? This card indicates reunions as well, but I don't feel like this person is going to come back. And if they do, you know, it's just going to be the same pattern all over again. And you're going to end up in the Nine of Swords energy where you're all screwed up. You know, you're upside down, you're imbalanced, and it's going to come to an end, you know, via heartbreak again. So Spirit is saying, keep moving forward, keep moving towards success, right? Take this opportunity to let go of this person that didn't value you. The card that was pulled with the Ten of Cups is ascending, right? Transcending obstacles, learning, expanding, going into a new phase, and preparing for union. I mean, how synchronistic is that? You're preparing for the meeting of your soulmate. You know, the Ten of Cups indicates families, marriage, long-term relationships, happiness, you know, feeling like you're at home with somebody. And it's funny, I've been pulling the Phoenix card for Sag, like, I know, so many readings this past week, you know, where you're rising from the ashes to go into a new phase of life. And the Ten of Cups is going to be that new phase for you, because you weren't experiencing the Ten of Cups with this person that didn't value you. You know, you weren't going into the Ten of Cups energy with somebody who didn't see your beauty, you know, inside and out. So with taking the time, you know, to let go and move on, you decided to focus on yourself, focus on your self-worth, focus on, you know, appreciating the gifts that, you know, you have in your life. You know, you started shadow work, you started focusing on building yourself back up, right? And self-indulgence isn't a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing in these times of sadness and loss, right? Because you're building yourself again up from the ashes, just like the phoenix. So don't forget how beautiful you are inside and out, Sag, because you need to see and appreciate your beauty first before anyone else can, before anyone else can vibe with you at that same level. With the Have Faith, I mean, this is another card of hope and renewal and faith. Have faith. The card that was pulled with it is that your soulmate is just around the corner. Have faith that your next soul contract is incoming, right? Very soon. Hopefully there was lessons learned through this loss, right? Your soulmate that has signed the soul contract, right, to agree to the soul contract before they came to this earth, as you did, is here, is in your vicinity. They're looking for you if they haven't found you already. And have faith that this person is coming in, that you will experience the Ten of Cups with. And Spirit's saying through this ending, like, lessons, are learned from loss, right? You need to pay attention to the signs. When somebody shows you who they are, as Maya Angelou used to say, believe them the first time, Sag. Don't give people chance after chance after chance. It just becomes redundant, and it just literally becomes a waste of time. When somebody shows you who they are, sweetie, believe them the first time, right? Pay attention to signs such as somebody is being a runner in the relationship, right? They have a fear of intimacy. They're operating out of ego, right? Pay attention to those signs, the red flags, as they say, right? Because you need to protect your heart. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect your mind, your body, and your soul. Let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers. Let's see. Let's pull a clarifier on the High Priestess in reverse. This is where you weren't listening to your intuition. You weren't listening to that little voice in your head, that little voice in your heart, that feeling in your stomach, right? Because you were goo goo gaga over this person, and which is fine, And before I move on, the Fool here, you're ready with this ending to move into a new beginning, right? To move towards your 10 of Cups. And with Girl Talk, you decided to pull your bootstraps up, right? And start spending time with people that did care about you, which is friends. I mean, this is another card of moving on, of having fun, of living in the moment, of being happy, single. You don't have to be happy. Happiness doesn't come from being in a relationship at all. Happiness comes from within. And I know you know that, Sag, because Sagittariuses are very happy, happily single, right? Once you come back into balance, because this sucker knocked you off balance, and you just weren't yourself. You're making decisions that you wouldn't usually make. You're giving chances to people that you wouldn't usually give, right? With the Full energy, you're ready to let go and move into another energy of faith, right? Towards your 10 of Cups. So what do we have for the High Priestess in reverse? Why is the High Priestess in reverse here? Yeah, look at that. Oh, gosh. Same thing, Oh, my gosh, look at that, Sag. You can't make it up. Again, with the High Priestess in reverse, it threw you, their deception and you not listening to your intuition threw you into the Nine of Swords energy. I mean, double clarified. So you were in it deep. You were down in the shadows. You were down in the darkness. You were going through hell, basically, with this person and the tricks that they were playing on you, right? But you finally decided, and you finally started listening to your intuition with the, that is so awesome, with the High Priestess now in the upright, right? You started listening to your intuition. You knew intuitively that this person was deceiving you, right? And you knew the timing was right, not for the relationship, but the timing was right for you to move on and put yourself first and move towards your 10 of Cups, move towards a relationship that served you, a person that served you, a person that loved you back, right? Let's pull a clarifier, and maybe I'll just go down the line. with the Fool. You know, new beginnings. You were ready for a new beginning. You're ready to walk away from this hot mess. What do we have for the Fool, Spirit? That is so awesome that the High Priestess was in reverse, and then now it's in the upright. So you're back into balance, right? You're coming back into balance. But with the new beginning, it's clarified by the Two of Swords, which makes perfect sense, right? You had to make a painful decision to let go of that relationship and move forward. It was a decision you did not want to make with the Tower in reverse. You did not want to leave this person. It also indicates being torn between two relationships, but I feel like that is more for the person that you were dealing with. They were dealing with other people, and they didn't put you first, right? They were torn, and I don't really feel like they were torn, but they had many options, and you were one of them. But with the Two of Swords, you decided that you were going to, you know, what did they say? Cut bait and run. You were done. You were like, dude, I'm so done. All you've done is break my heart over and over and over. What do we have for the Three of Swords, Spirit? Broken heart, betrayal, you know. Confusion, grief. You know what a broken heart is, Sag. I'm sure all of us have experienced it, unfortunately. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. This person that broke your heart may have been a water sign, but they came in as the King of Cups. You know, that's how you wanted to look at them as well. You know, you weren't looking at who they really showed you that they were. You were looking at who you wanted them to be. What other messages do we have for the Three of Swords, Spirit? For my Saggies. Yeah, I mean, and three, this is Three of Pentacles. Threes in tarot, as I said before, indicate third parties, right? You wanted to work hard at this relationship, as I said before, but the person that you were dealing with wasn't. So you can't build a relationship by yourself. It takes two, right? And look, oh wow. Yeah. You thought that this person was your lover. You thought they were your soulmate. You know, I see that you were in the King of Pentacles energy. You know, that's earth energy, Saggy, but you know, you were ride or die. You had your shiz straight. You had your coins straight. You know, you wanted security. You wanted stability. These are things that you could offer as well, not just them. You as well. But it didn't pan out, and that's why there's so much heartbreak in this reading, because this person was pretty much just a clown. You know, they didn't value you. Why is the Four of Cups here in reverse? That's taking the opportunity of letting go, which is awesome, right? Finally, when you got to the place of the High Priestess, yep, taking the opportunity to let go with the Nine of Pentacles here, and to go back into yourself, to come back into balance, right? To go back into that energy of independence, right? Success, working on yourself, working on your body, working on your mind, working on your soul, right? Getting yourself straight again, getting yourself to a place where you were putting yourself first. You had to, because this person wasn't. Why is the Nine of Swords here, Spirit? What do you have for the Nine of Swords for my Sagittarius? I take flippers. Sometimes it takes a minute. And that's why I pulled the cards. I just did it a little differently this time. Previously, saved some time, but look at that. Okay, so yeah, Queen of Pentacles. You know, again, you thought this person was your match. You wanted them to be your match, right? They portrayed themselves as your match in the beginning, but it wasn't, you know, so shortly thereafter, they started playing mind games with you. With the Queen of Swords here, you know, you came into the energy towards the end of like, you know, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. I need truth. I need clarity. I need honesty. And you started cutting things out of your life that weren't serving you. And this person was one of those things that you had to cut out of your life. Why is the Two of Pentacles here, Spirit? In reverse, right? Which indicates not being out of balance. And again, the Six of Swords is double clarified, right? You wanted to walk away from the chaos. You needed to walk towards peace. You needed to run away and escape from this type of draining energy, right? And you decided to go on a healing journey, you know, to heal your mind, your body, your soul, as I said, and work on healing. This is another card. I don't know how many cards, more than 4 or 5 cards on this board indicate moving forward, moving on, and working towards healing, you know, and getting back into balance. And that is part of the healing journey that you're on right now, Sag, which is a beautiful place to be after this huge disappointment in your life, right? Why is the Tower in reverse here, Spirit? Why is the Tower in reverse here for my Saggies? This reading is heavy. I don't like doing sad readings. That's too many cards. But, you know, unfortunately, our lives aren't all unicorns. You know, the messages that Spirit was sending you, you were ignoring, right? You were like, yeah, I know that's true. Intuitively, you knew it was true, but you just didn't want to believe it. You thought that you could will this relationship into fruition by yourself, and no matter how you tried, you couldn't. It's not possible, and Spirit wasn't going to let it happen. It reminds me of that saying where you know, God heard conversations that you weren't privy to, right? God saw things that this person was doing that you didn't know about and you didn't see, right? It's almost like you had blinders on. You had blinders on your heart. You didn't want to see. It's not that you knew, intuitively you knew, but you just didn't want to accept it. What do we have for the Six of Wands, Spirit? Walking into success, right? Look at that. Success. The Empress coming back into balance, right? The Empress is all of the queens put together. You know, all the energies of the queens put together. It took you a minute, Sag, because I feel like you went through this for quite a while. The sadness, the energy of sadness in this reading is so thick, right? I could cut it with a knife, like, but you decided to see your own beauty, right? Realize your own beauty again. You know, pull yourself out of the ashes. Pull yourself back into the Empress energy and walk towards success. Whatever that looked like for you. You know, success in your life, success in your love life. Because once you're in the energy of the Empress, right? You know, you're back in balance, right? You're back on top. You are the bomb.com, sweetie pie. Why do we have yet another card? of healing. Why is the Six of Swords here, Spirit, for my Sagittarius? Why is the Six of Swords here? Oh, I was trying to avoid that. Yeah, you were moving towards happiness. You're moving towards joy. You're moving towards success, not only in relationships, but in your life in general. You know, self-indulgence, self-care, self-love. This also is a card indicating pregnancy. So if you're not ready to become a parent, be careful. If you are, it's a good time, right? But you wanted to move towards success, right? Towards positivity, freedom from toxic relationships, freedom to be yourself again, right? Being enthusiastic about life, about love, you know, being open to the possibilities that you're moving towards. And why is the Ten of Cups here, Spirit? What other messages do you have for the Ten of Cups? One of the most beautiful cards in tarot that, to me at least, right? Why is the Ten of Cups here, Spirit? Yeah. Look at that, the moon in reverse. You were sick and tired of lies. You were sick and tired of people keeping things from you, of people being secretive and tricky, and you know, all that, all those ugly traits and qualities that people pull out from the shadows, right? You started releasing fear, right? Releasing anxiety, regaining your composure, bringing yourself back into balance, right? So that you didn't want that anymore. And you realized you couldn't have that type of energy anymore. If you were going to move towards a Ten of Cups, you can't have lies. You can't have secrets, right? You knew that that needed to be turned around in order to move forward. Any other messages for the Ten of Cups? The most beautiful, or one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, mind you, for my Saggies. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. You're moving towards your Ten of Cups. You're moving towards your Nine of Cups as well. Realizing your dreams, realizing what it was that you wanted and what you needed in order to get to the Ten of Cups energy, right? You're battling somebody, and this is, I think this is like the second card that speaks of addictions, right? Obsessions, deception, lies. You knew you had to leave all that behind. You had to leave this person behind in order to ascend and go towards your 9 and 10 of Cups. And these two cards have come up in the past readings as well. If you'd go back and watch those. Unfortunately, this seems to be a theme this week, and I hope that we can get past this and move forward into new love. One of my subscribers left a comment like, yeah, I don't want to hear about the past anymore. You know, tell me what's coming up. And believe you me, I don't want to hear about this past anymore either, full of pain. You know, I want to bring good messages, messages of hope and renewal and love, right? So hopefully that's what we're working towards, Sag, and that's what the board is saying. That's what the cards are saying we are working towards. I'm a Sagittarius as well. That's why I keep saying we. So what other information do we have for the star, right? Hope, serenity, spirituality, another card of healing, right? What do we have for the star, Spirit? What do we have for this star? Yeah, you know, it's an ongoing battle. You're tired. You're sick of being in the energy of, you know, you're by yourself. you're holding on, and you knew in order to move towards healing, in order to move towards contentment, you know, renewing yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, you know, you had to fight. It's an ongoing battle. Like, you were tired, but you knew you had to do it. You couldn't stay in this dark energy, in this energy of lies and deception. You had to pull your bootstraps up in order to move towards, you know, peace and contentment. You're very spiritual, right? And faith. I mean, this is a card of faith, and here's another card of faith. You had to pull from that mustard seed, right? Any other messages for the star spirit? Yeah, you're looking, you're waiting for your Knight of Pentacles to come in. You were waiting for that knight, whoever he is, right? The Prince Charming to come in, you know, somebody who's going to be your ride or die, somebody who's going to finish what they started. That's what you're hoping for, you know. If love resulted from the healing, you know, that's the type of person that you're waiting for. The energy of the Knight of Pentacles, right? Somebody who was responsible, loyal, practical, somebody that was going to be there for you no matter what, you know. And I think we all hope for somebody like that, to be our partner, you know, to be there next to us as we journey through this life. And last but not least, let's clarify the Ten of Swords. I know a lot of people see the Ten of Swords as a negative card, but in this instance, and the pain and heartbreak that you went through, you know, I see this ending as a good thing, because with this ending comes a new beginning, and your new beginning includes the 9 and 10 of Cups, which is all of your dreams coming true in love, right? Why is the Ten of Swords here, Spirit? Yeah. You had to end this relationship in order to come back into balance, because you were out of balance with this previous relationship. So once you decided to move on from the relationship and end it, you know, you started to come back into balance. You started to come back to yourself, you know. You were sick of the ups and downs, you know, you were tired of juggling your values, juggling your morals, juggling your intuition, right? And once you decided to make that call, once you made that call, sweetie, slowly but surely, you started coming back into balance so that you could work towards the 9 and 10 of Cups in your life. I said that was the last one I was going to clarify, but I just want to clarify, pay attention to signs, because I think that's super important. I'm really bad at that. I mean, I see the signs, believe me, but sometimes we decide which signs we're going to see, if you know what I mean. So why pay attention to signs? What signs? Yeah. And see how these two cards came out in reverse? Pay attention to the signs of people with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups in reverse. These are horrible people. When somebody comes into your life, and just like I said, when they show you who they are, Sag, believe them the first time. The Queen of Cups in reverse, emotionally immature, insecure person. You couldn't trust them as far as you could throw them. They lack direction. They're petty. Yucky person to be around. Queen of Wands in reverse, pushy, demanding, overbearing, self-righteous, bullying, busybody. Pay attention to all of those signs. Pay attention to all of those red flags, right? So that when you see those things, say, yeah, no, I'm out. Bounce. Move forward. Move on. Don't let those type of people take up your energy. They're just energy vampires. They don't love you. They don't like you. And I know that's hard to hear. But you're moving towards somebody who is going to be in like with you. Who is going to be in love with you, Sag. I'll end the reading with a love oracle card. What advice do we have for Saggy Spirit? I mean, as difficult as this reading was, it's also a very beautiful reading. You know, a reading of rising from the ashes as a phoenix did, right? So I'm very proud of you, Sag. And we end with, yeah, the mirror, mirroring each other, self-image. Relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. You know, keep moving forward with introspection, right? You want to be with somebody with mirroring each other. In my mind, that's also somebody who's reciprocating what you're giving out, they're giving in as well, right? And if you're going to be in a relationship where it's going to trigger your wounds and that person's not going to be there to help pick up the pieces, don't even bother. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the people who are ungrounded and are coming at you in dark and deceitful energy, Sag. So that's what I'm leaving you with. I hope that only the highest parts of healing and beauty resonate with you, Sag. I'm sending love and light. Keep moving forward. Keep going towards your dreams, because your soulmate is just around the corner if they're not already here. Have a great night, Sag. Love and light. Namaste.